You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it all started when I decided to see how much value I could get out of one of DBD's newest perks, Conviction. The Walking Dead chapter was released earlier this week, and this Michonne Grimes perk has been gaining a lot of attention. Conviction activates after you have healed one survivor and allows you to pick yourself up after recovering to at least 25%. The trade-off is you are broken and will go down again after 30 seconds. This by itself lends to some quick and fun second chance opportunities, but is immensely more powerful when paired with perks like Unbreakable and Soul Guard so you can take an endurance hit. I also really enjoyed pairing it with Deliverance and Adrenaline to allow for even more second chance chaos. I got a really clutch escape with this combo, so stay tuned for that later in the video. So my question was, how much value can I get out of Conviction and its perk combos? Well, that depends on your definition of value. But even if it didn't lead to an escape, I learned a lot about using the perk. And let's be honest, the confusion on the killer's face in those moments is all the value I really need. So here's what actually happened when I put Conviction to the test. Okay, so back to the match in question from the beginning, because I know you're dying to know whether we escaped Bloodwarden. I'm able to recover and use Conviction to get away from the area and avoid a hook state. Unfortunately, the Vittorio died, but they were able to pop the last gen. Now I'm able to use Unbreakable so I can get back up and hopefully save the team. I pick up Sable and we heal, but she does end up going down again. No big deal, because I opened the gate already, so I unhook and we're home free, right? Wrong. I was so thrown off by seeing Bloodwarden I could barely think straight. But, plot twist. Literally, Sable was able to plot twist and heal and come back in for the save. Add in a Fog Vial for maximum style points, and we are out for the 3-out. That was a little bit too stressful for me, though. Conviction can be very strong in situations where the whole team is slugged. The one problem is, if it's early game, you need to have completed a heal to activate it. The killer was very pleased with themselves here, but I was still able to use Unbreakable here to get my team up. I was able to use my Conviction later when there was only 2 of us left. Problem is, there was little hope of it working unless the other Michonne works some magic to pick me back up. And it's worth a try anyway, right? But once that doesn't work, I show myself to the killer because I'm not about to wait 4 minutes to bleed out in a corner. So lesson learned here is to try to get a heal as early on as possible so you don't have to use your Unbreakable in the wrong order. Healing yourself also counts towards this heal. Now we are attempting a basement save against Wraith. I know I have Conviction so I can go down and drop a Fog Vial for some extra confusion. Then I'm able to get away from the basement. One problem I have encountered is my teammates thinking I am using Plot Twist. I know they can see I'm broken beforehand, but I know it's a new perk and there's a lot going on. I could have tried harder to get her to finish my heal, but I end up wasting my Unbreakable instead. Now ideally here we would have gotten the gate open, but I wasn't able to do it. My last effort was to get them off hook and hope that he didn't pick me up so I could use Conviction again, which I was able to. My fatal error here was overestimating the length of Soul Guard. I tried to take an endurance hit, but got hit around 10 seconds instead of 8. I kind of think this one was a lost cause anyway, but we tried. Another really helpful scenario can be when there are 2 survivors left and you're about to be the last. Pyramid had decided not to Mori me when the last gen popped, so I was able to get away with Conviction. I still had Unbreakable, so was able to pick myself up, but he had already closed hatch. I attempted to get the gate, but Michonne is a little bit loud, am I right? There is potential for some fun endgame escapes here, though. One of the most fun scenarios I had was being able to use Conviction to extend chases. This works well anytime a killer doesn't pick up instantly, and for killers like Huntress who go to refill hatchets. Please enjoy some Huntress neck snapping, and let's see if it's enough to get me an escape in the end. I got robbed with the hatch spawn, but it was still extremely satisfying. This Billy match had a lot of fun chases. The question is, will the adrenaline conviction combo come through in the end? Let's find out. I kind of felt bad for the Billy, but this is exactly the way you'd want to see this combo play out in endgame. Conviction can also work well with Singularity if you have just enough time while he checks cameras. He was definitely caught off guard. I should have ran back in the building though instead of to nowhere, but even though I died, it was worth it. So most killers probably hate everyone who is running this right now, but I'm choosing to believe I earned some cuteness points with this Dracula, so he didn't commit to me at various times throughout the match. I think he really loved my gift. Oni is another great example of a killer Conviction works well for because his power lends to a lot of slugging. Unbreakable helps to recover faster if your teammates are able to get to you before you have to use Conviction. And remember to make sure to get a heal as early as you can. Once again, my teammate thought I was using Plot Twist, so just beg for the heal until they do it, basically. So I play a bit risky during the endgame saves because I'm hoping maybe I can use Conviction to get out. Luckily, I didn't need to. It has been a ton of fun experimenting with this perk. Is it a bit broken? Probably. Will it get nerfed? Most likely. Let me know what clutch moments you've had with it or other good perk combos you've discovered. Just remember, healing others is noble. Using that to get yourself back up and run, that's Conviction. Okay, I'll see myself out now.